Preview.
Hi YouTube, welcome back to Vchannel. Today we will talk about memory, the information on a memory card, and what is the best choice for 4K video. About memory card type, we have like micro SD, HD, compact flash, CFlash. First of all, where is the difference from micro SD and SD? Basically, two types is similar except from SD have bigger size, is used for almost camera, while micro SD used for smaller equipment such as GoPro, drone, modern smartphone, etc. And as you know, micro SD can transfer to SD by adapter. About compact flash, it will have higher speed, which used for more expensive product need high speed such as Canon 5D generation, and CFlash is fastest memory card at the time, used for professional camera like 1DX cine camera. However, almost camera at the time is SD and micro SD. We will talk much more about them. You can see on the memory card we have HDXC or HDXC. HDXC is stand for Secure Digital High Capacity, while XC is Extreme Capacity. HDXC support highest capacity just only to 22 GB, while XC support up to 2 TB. Although at the time we have no memory card capacity to 2 TB, almost 1 TB. And another thing we need to pay attention that is the difference of those two types, that is at the XC, HDXC have pretty old-fashioned format that is FAT22, so it just allows to save minimum file just 4 GB. In the case we record a long video continuously longer than 4 GB, the camera separates automatically the file to many 4 GB files. This action will make difficult to people who want to record long footage such as news, seminar, etc. Because when the camera stops recording finish 4 GB file, then continue to record a new file, that will have an interrupt moment between two files. It will not happen with HDXC because it's use exFAT format. It allows record continuously to create extreme large file can up to 2 GB, 2 TB, not limit at 4 GB. Next, we will talk about the information used to print in the memory card, that is speed, megabyte per second. I need to notice that this is the read speed, not write speed, because write speed is very lower than read speed, so the manufacturer prefer to print the high speed, that is read speed. Next, we will talk about the thing very easy to misunderstand, that is bit and byte. A bit is equal 1 byte. A megabit equal 1 megabyte. Megabit very small, megabyte is very big. So it's very important when we find out the very important thing that is speed, because we usually see in the product specification. For example, it is K. It shows 100 MB per second. Look at the number. Many people will understand that, oh, my camera needs the memory card speed up to 1 megabyte per second. That's wrong. We pay attention that's the B, but B lowercase, not uppercase. Lowercase b is bit, uppercase B is byte. 100 MB in this specification. Lowercase mean 100 megabit per second. 100 divided A is 12.5 megabyte. That means it's just 12.5 megabyte per second. So our camera just needs 12.5 megabyte per second. We will find out write speed. As I have told about, the manufacturer usually print on a memory card that is read speed, not write speed. We will pay attention much more on write speed, because it will affect to the thing that our camera can take photo continuously or not, and can record smoothly, not drop frame or not, because the write speed is not certified or not. We will pay attention much more about the write speed. The write speed will show by this above symbol. Firstly, that is class C, C1, C2, C8, C10, That means the write speed is ensured not lower than 1 megabyte per second at C1, 2 megabyte at C2, or 10 megabyte per second at C10, etc. This is the minimum speed that the memory card can satisfy. So in reality, the real write speed can higher than this minimum speed a little bit, and much higher or little higher belong to every brand. Next, we will talk about U1, U3. That means write speed ensure not lower than 10 megabyte per second with U1 and 30 megabyte per second with U3. So U1 is equal plus 10. That means the write speed not lower than 10 megabyte. However, the difference that is U for XD, use bus, USS1, USS2. When the memory card not print, that means USS1. That means the maximum speed can reach to 104 megabyte per second. USS2, that means the maximum speed can reach to 312 megabyte per second. About the hardware, in the backside of USS2, you can see it have another bin queue. It's used to increase the speed. And of course, if your equipment you are using haven't this bin queue, we will not use the high speed of USS2, it will decrease to USS1. Next, we will talk about V. It will relating to high speed for video to suitable with the high quality video record equipment such as 8K, 4K, 360 degree, 3D, etc. V is similar U. We have V30, V60, V90. That is the minimum write speed of memory card. With V30, that means the minimum speed is 30 megabyte per second. 90 is 90 megabyte per second. So after understand about the information, we will choose the most suitable memory card to our equipment. Not have the problem as low speed not satisfy the equipment or waste of money because the speed is too higher than what equipment want. And you know, the price of this speed range is pretty high different. For example, Sony such a 6000, 6300, 6400, A7R2, A7S Mark II, RS1000 Mark IV. The write speed record 4K of Sony is 100 megabit per second. That means 100 divided is 12.5 megabyte per second. It just minimum speed is 12.5 megabyte per second is enough. At Canon such a EOS RP, that is 120 megabit per second. 120 divided 8, that means this camera just need minimum speed just reach to 15 megabyte per second. So we need to use SD, micro SD, have the symbol is USS1, V3, V30 or U3. Because the minimum speed of this memory card at not less than 30 megabyte per second absolutely satisfy record 4K of the equipment, which need only 12.5 to 15 megabyte per second. So we don't want waste of money by buy higher speed like V60, V90 or U6, U9, which very expensive than U3 so much. Some special situations such as USR, if we record 4K video at ALLI format, the write speed is 480 megabit per second. 480 divided 8 is 60 megabyte per second. In that case, we need V60. When we record 4K on this camera at IBP, we just need minimum speed at 120 megabit per second. That means only 15 megabyte per second. We just need minimum speed is 120 megabit per second. That means only 15 megabyte per second. With Sony A7 Mark II A9, Sony upgraded to USS2 card slot. So as you know about, USS2 supports speed up to 312 megabyte per second, but that is real speed. You can see this camera absolutely have write speed not higher than the previous camera. you can see it's just 100 megabit per second or 12.5 megabyte per second. So the only advantage we have equipped USS 2 memory card than USS 1, that's it. The read speed is higher than it will have transferred data to the computer faster, so you can consider this point. Next, we will talk about the memory card brand. Firstly, I want to talk about SanDisk, pretty famous brand. However, they don't manufacture memory card by themselves. They only use OEM company from other one to manufacture. That is Western Digital. Lexar is very famous brand as well, owned by Micron. But because some reason Micron sell this brand to Longsys, a China-based flash memory card company, and so the quality later time can have the exact answer. Next, we talk about another big guy in flash memory. That's Samsung. Samsung manufacture their memory chip by themselves, and Toshiba similar. Some other brand, however, their market share pretty smaller. That is Adata, Transcend, etc. They don't manufacture a memory chip by themselves. They buy from the other OEM company. Okay, after find out everything about memory, now I will show you how to separate, how to know original memory card, the fake one, and low quality memory card. Right here I have some example. This is low quality memory card. It's very simple. It have no brand right here at all. Next is Samsung U3 V30 Evo Plus 128GB. Next is SanDisk Extreme U3 V30 from 32 to 128GB. As you know, the memory card market at this time is very complicated, and the fake memories is very popular. It's so sophisticated. So we have the risk by low quality and fake memory card easily. To test, we will use application. At the time, this application just only help on Android. We go to CH Play, HD Insight of Human Logic. Okay, we put memory card. Okay, I will try chip, no brand memory card. We have manufacturer is Samsung. At the time, the market have 4 types. First one is the brand make memory chip by themselves, as I have told in the previous part. Second group is include company they buy memory chip from another company and then they print their brand. The third one is buy memory chip and not have any brand at all on the memory card, just capacity, some technological information but not have brand. That's the case we have right here. The last one is the most dangerous. That's the fake memory card. That means we can see the brand but the memory chip is come from other chip one, low quality to cheat. Right here is Samsung memory chip, and when we tap right here, we have some other information such as bus location, manufacturer ID, product name, product serial, manufacturer date, card size. Because in the application just read the memory chip data, so we can use this information to know to separate this memory card is original or not. Next, I have Samsung memory card Evo Plus U3 V30. As I have told before, U3 is very important symbol. First of all, I will check the original or fake. If the manufacturer is Samsung, it is original. Okay, I open HD Insight. We have capacity is 128GB. Manufacturer date is October 2019. This is original memory card because the memory chip is made by Samsung. Next, we will try SanDisk Extreme U3. Okay, I have right here manufacturer is SanDisk. This is original one. If in this step you see the manufacturer of other branch are not so at all, that means the memory card is the fake one. Next, I have another class 10 memory card with the brand is not well known. That is stick right, very cheap. Now we can see what is its memory card manufacturer. Origin is unknown. It have no information at all. So this is very low quality and maybe it's bit lower than 10 megabyte per second. That fake memory card. When test memory chip, it will show another brand or unknown. And now we will make a speed test. And I want to mention that if you want to test speed, you must use high quality memory card reader come from big brand, famous brand. The cheap memory card reader, low quality, will work with very low speed and make us misunderstand that the memory card speed is low or fake, although the memory card can work at high speed. Now I will test speed. To test speed on Macintosh, we go to App Store, search Amorphous D-Smart. First of all, I will test cheap memory card. I will put it on SD adapter. I will choose memory card. Okay, this card, my MacBook not recognize at all. Now I will test the speed not lower than 20 megabyte per second. The read speed may reach to 100 megabyte per second and write speed can reach to 90 megabyte per second. Now it's reality. Okay, now we have a result very high. At the sequence 128 kilobyte block, 74 megabyte per second, and in random right here. Always random is very lower than sequence block. We have all write speed is all higher than U3, that is higher than 20 megabyte per second. We have 40 and 84, nearly to 90, very high. And right here we have read speed is 74.9 megabyte per second, very high. Although not reach to 100 megabyte per second, but 90 is very high, very good. Next, I try SanDisk Extreme 32 gig U3 V30 and can reach to 100 megabyte per second. The write speed is very good, 32, 64, both of them higher than 30 megabyte per second, very high. And read speed is well, 74, 91. Next is 64 gig U3 V30, can reach to 160 read speed and 60 megabyte per second write speed. Okay, very good, but not reach to 160 megabyte per second read speed HD print, but it's good as well. Next is 28 gig U3 V30, 160 read speed, very high. Okay, we have similar result at 62 and 64 gig. But 128 gig write speed at sequence 1 megabyte block is significantly higher on past U3 V30 30 megabyte per second. While the cheap one in some case lower even minimum speed. Now I test speed of low quality memory card. Origin is unknown. Alexa, SanDisk, Samsung, which fake on the market is like this. Very low speed. You can see the write speed is on lower than 10 megabyte per second. 128 kilobyte block just 4.79 megabyte per second and 1 megabyte block just 9.5 megabyte per second. Very low. Okay, thanks for watching. If you see the clip helpful, don't hesitate to click like, share, and can subscribe my channel. See you next clip. Bye bye. See you next time.
Preview.